Unfortunately, I was unable to read the handwriting of Florence.
I can use both English na Kiswahili.
He's okay with English. Let's proceed in English.
Please introduce yourself, your full name.
Florence Ngena.
Where do you live?
I live in South B.
What do you do for a living?
I'm a business lady.
What kind of business do you conduct?
I do marketing I sell my clothes online and all that. But in this particular business I was doing it, I was doing it back then.
When you say back then, when was that?
Yes.
When was that you are doing the business?
2024.
So you are saying in 2024 you are doing the business of Airbnb.
Again, yes, thank you.
Where were you conducting that business?
South B, along Mungeka Road, Papino apartment Y32, which was on 4th floor.
I was doing it at Papino
Apartment.
in South B, apartment number
Y32.
number Y32. Mm-hmm.
Do you recall the 3rd of January 2024
Yes.
at around 6 p.m.? You can tell the court what you recall concerning this
What
case.
date? What is the date?
The 3rd of January 2024.
January 2024. Mm-hmm. At about what time?
6 p.m.
It's about 6 p.m. What happened at 6 p.m.?
Thank you, your Lord. At this particular time, I was in my apartment and I didn't have a client. So at that particular time, Charity, who owned an apartment, F&B, within the area, was in my apartment. And she realized I don't have a customer. So she asked me, I said, I don't have any bookings.
Florence.
Then she told me there is a...
Florence.
Yes, sorry.
Go slowly because I'm writing what you're saying. So you were called by who?
Sorry. Charity was in my apartment. Charity, who was a fellow F&B owner.
So she came to your apartment?
Yes.
Charity came to my apartment and found that I did not have a client. Mm-hmm.
Proceed. When Charity came to your apartment.
Yes. So Charity told me that there is her friend Jane, who manages an apartment within the area, had booking. This particular client who booked through online, who booked on a GG application, and since her apartment was occupied, she said that I can ask them to give you a client. Because that was known. If I have a client, and somebody books and my fellow F&B partner doesn't have a client, we give each other a fee of 500.
So Charity told you she was going to call Jen to give you a client?
Yeah, that Jen has a client who wanted an Airbnb, a one-bedroom with a balcony. And that was my apartment because it was one bedroom and a balcony. So I told her to go ahead because I didn't have a client.
So you are saying there were terms of getting the client.
Sorry?
Which are these terms you are saying that you had between yourself and Jade?
myself and of the charities. Remember, Jane is a friend with charity, and Jane managed an Airbnb within the area.
Florence, we have heard you.
Charity is
What we're asking
Yes.
is that for Jen to give you the
Yes.
client, what were you supposed to pay her?
500 as a commission.
Okay, the terms of getting the client would be a commission
500.
of Kenya
What was
shillings,
norm?
500 to Jen. Okay?
It was no more.
Mm-hmm.
So did you get the
It was
client?
a no, yes.
Did you get the client?
Yes, the client. Yes, I did. So when I was checking the room and confirm everything is okay, then I checked called Jane and told Jane it's okay, they can send the client. So I had to make sure the room is okay and all that. Shortly, Jane called and
Wait a
said,
minute.
"If the
When you
apartment
say the
client
room
is
was
on the
okay,
way,"
what do you mean?
just to confirm that everything is okay, as in, the place is neat to be occupied,
Mm-hmm.
you know.
So did
Yeah,
that
so that's
client,
what we confirmed that everything is okay. By the time the next client checks in, they check it in a clean environment and everything is in place.
and so it is your evidence that your house was clean when you rented it out?
Yes.
At what time did you receive the client?
The client came in shortly before 7, sorry.
Male or female client?
Male.
The client was male. He came shortly, you said shortly after 7?
No, before 7.
Shortly before 7 p.m.
Were you
So at this point, Jane called Charity and told Charity, leave the apartment, the client is on the coming, just about there. So we had left the apartment, only to meet the client at the door. So immediately I left, and the client walked in, and I went back to my residence.
So you received the client?
Yeah, what happens, Madam?
Did you just answer
in
the
this
question?
particular,
Are you the one who
this-
received the client,
Sorry?
Florence?
Sorry?
Are you the one who received the client in your apartment?
Yes, when I was leaving, he just came in.
Was the client alone?
Yes, he was alone.
Was he known to you?
Sorry?
Was that client known to you?
No.
How did you know he was the client?
He came directly to the door when we were living with Charity. When he came directly to the door, because my door was at the far end, there's no other door like close to my door. I just know that is the client because Jane called to say the client is on the way.
Did you verify? How would you verify?
Sorry?
You'll wait for the questions, Florence, and then you answer to the questions.
Sorry.
How would you verify? How are you normally verifying a client when they come to your apartment?
Okay, like if I'm being given a client and I'm told the client is on the way to leave the apartment because I'm not supposed to interfere with the client. Remember, this client I've been given, and they know the person who booked them in is not me. So if automatically when they come, I leave the apartment.
So the booking was done by Jen?
Yeah, and that's Jane's client. She just gave it to me.
That was Jen's client.
Through Charity.
Yes, proceed.
So you're saying that you left the client at the apartment?
I went back to my. Sorry?
You told the court that you left the client at your house. at Papino?
Yeah, yes, when I was taking
Was-
out, we checked in, and then I proceeded to my residence.
Okay. Yes.
Was he in the company of any person?
No,
So you left back to your house. What else did you do concerning
Yes.
this case?
then at around 11 in the night, I received a call.
At around
one
11
guitar.
p.m.
11 o'clock.
Guitar called me.
Guitar the guard.
Who was Gitao?
The guard at Papino apartment.
Who's the guard? Papino apartment. Mm-hmm.
After receiving the call, what did he tell you?
He told me the tenant who got into my apartment has hardly left the apartment in a hurry and bleeding and wrapped himself with a towel. He left quickly, wrapped himself with a towel, and he was bleeding. Then he told me to go to the apartment. So at that point, I panicked because I'm human. So I had to pick myself up. I ordered a motorbike rider, and I went to the apartment. At this point, I called Charity, and Charity called Jane. So we all gathered there. Yeah.
I called Charity and Jen, and we all went
Right there.
to the apartment. Mm-hmm.
So after going to the apartment, go on.
We found the apartment locked. Upon opening the apartment, we saw a body lying. And
So at the apartment, the door was locked.
Yes.
The door was locked.
How did you gain access to your house?
I had a spare key.
Spare key.
And who opened the door?
We were all of us. I asked the guard to open the door. We were all of us there. I was there, Jane was there, and Charity and the guard. So we picked and saw a body lying. That's when we rushed the police and report the nearby police in South B.
We found. You say when you opened the door, what did you find?
We picked and saw a body lying. And immediately we rushed to the nearest police station to report.
Where was the body
Why?
lying?
Yeah, at the sitting room where the main door was.
Body lying at the sitting room.
And how was the body?
Sorry?
What else did you observe on the body?
It was lying there. We didn't like gaze at it. The body was lying, and somebody was. I don't know, because at that time it was a panic mode. So we had to quickly rush to the nearest police station, which is in South B, to report.
To report what? That you saw a body lying?
Report that there is somebody. Yes, lying. Yes. So we came with the police officers to the scene, who confirmed.
Did you get to know what whether the body was of a female, male? Was it a child?
Okay, the
according to you,
Since
you
it was
what
a
did
lady,
what did you confirm yourself?
a lady.
And how did you know it was a lady?
The way she was a lady, I would tell.
Was
You
it,
observed the body?
was it dressed? How was it,
Yeah, the
according
lady
to what you saw?
So okay, part of the head looked like 80. So yes, and then when the officer came and confirmed, yes, it's a lady.
So you're saying the officers came? Then what did they do?
They went to the scene and confirmed and found it was a lady lying dead on a pool of blood.
You told the court you had left a male person in your house. Was that male person in the house?
When the officers entered now completely inside, the male was not there.
Did you get to know where he was?
Sorry?
Did you get to know where that male person you left in your house was?
No, because at this point, Jane was there. Jane called. Because Jane is the one who had the number for this client. Remember, it was her client, eh?
So
She
you're
had the
saying Jane
number.
called?
She's the one who called this. Sorry?
Go ahead. Jane called who?
Jane called the client because she's the one who had the client's number. Remember that this was Jane's client. She's the one who had his number. So Jane called, and the phone was picked by a lady who confirmed the client was in South Bay Hospital receiving treatment. So when Jane had that, she quickly dispatched a motorbike rider who rushed there and confirmed the client has already been referred to Bagadi Hospital for further treatment. Then the rider was to rush there and confirm
Hold
this
on,
client.
Florence.
Sorry?
Just hold on. It's being recorded. So you have to wait for the judge to write.
Sorry, thank you. Thank you.
Had been referred to where?
To Bagadi Hospital for further treatment.
Now, Florence, just for clarity, this call by Jane, was it made to the client before the police came or after the police came?
After the police came, after we came with the police from South police station, that's when Jane called.
Okay.
So did you go to Mbagadi yourself? Mbagadi Hospital?
No. I was told not to go. So the police officers, in company of Jane and Charity, are the ones who rushed to Bagadi Hospital. And when getting there, they found the client receiving treatment, and he was handed over to police officer hands.
Did you record a statement with the police?
Yes. I narrated what happened. I was told to record their statements at the DCI, of which I did.
DCI where?
Makadara offices.
Okay, that's it.
Florence,
Yes.
you said that you were at your apartment when you received a client. Would you be able to identify that client if you ever saw the client again?
No, because that was so quick. I didn't. Sikumshiba kumuona. It was a quick one. Yeah, so I didn't check. But all I know that he wore a cake. But honestly, it was too fast. I can't identify him. I can't know him.
That's okay.
Because I didn't like gaze on him. Yes, I didn't gaze on him. So
That's okay.
But you say he had a cape when he came in.
I noticed a cape there, but the face.
That's okay.
I wouldn't. I think yes.
That's okay.
I didn't gaze at that.
Anything else?
What did you would you tell the color of the cape, or you just saw a cape?
I saw a cape. I can't remember what color it was, but I saw a cape. I remember I saw a cape, but the face is one I'm not really. I didn't gaze on.
That's okay. Thank you so
Yes.
much. You will wait for questions from the defense counsel.
Florence,
Good morning. Thank you.
You did indicate to the court what are your full names. As at the 3rd of January 2024,
Yes.
who was the owner of the Papino apartment Y32?
That's me.
Who?
sorry?
It's me.
You are the owner.
Yes. I had rented it also. Yes.
Have you provided any document of ownership of that premise to the police or to the prosecution that you were the owner? Did you provide any document?
No.
You did not.
Yes.
And the next question is, who was the registered owner? Registered.
Registered owner.
Yes.
This apartment was being managed by Villanet Limited. They are the ones who are managing things.
I have not asked about managers. I have asked registered owners. Under whose name?
Of the building or the apartment?
Apartment. They are titles to the defect.
The registered owner of the apartment, did you know him? Or
No, I know the people who are managing. And that's why we used to pay the rent.
So
The management itself.
you confirm that you were in possession of this premise as who? As an owner or what?
I had rented it out.
You had rented it out. So
Yes.
can you confirm that you were there as a tenant?
Yes, but I rented it out as a business for Airbnb.
Do you have an agreement to show that indeed you had leased it out from the company you have said?
I can get the documents from the management.
But have you provided it to the investigation
To
officers?
confirm that. Because
Answer my question. Did you provide the document during the investigation? Did you submit it to the police?
no,
No.
no.
So, from what we have heard from you, you can confirm that there is nothing to show that indeed you were in possession of the premise. Is that the correct position?
Of course, there is a lease agreement.
No, as of now, we don't have the lease. We don't have
Now,
the title, yes. Is there anything that you gave out as a document to show either you are there as a tenant or as an owner of the building?
I didn't give anything.
You didn't have anything.
Yes, I didn't give anything.
What type of business were you doing in this premise?
Agency.
Were you licensed or registered to carry such a kind of business in that premise?
Sorry?
Were you licensed or registered to carry out the said business in the premise?
No.
No.
Yeah.
Did you issue any receipts or any document to the client to show that he has occupied or he has paid for occupation of your premise for a short period?
About the client.
Yes.
This particular client, remember it was James' client, eh?
But he was using your premise.
Yes, because we give each other. If
Then answer the question. Did you issue him with any document?
Florence,
Yes.
the question is simple. Did you give this gentleman a receipt or anything to show that he was in that house?
Florence, did you take any identification document or any documents from the client or particulars or biodata for purposes of identification?
No.
At what time did you receive a report of an incident in the premise?
Sorry? At what?
Time did you receive a report of an incident in the premise or in the house?
It was about okay. It was around 11 at night.
11.
11 at night.
Did you visit the apartment?
Yes.
By the time of visiting the apartment, who was in your company?
Charity joined, and Jay and the guard was there.
It was you, Charity,
Jay
Jane,
and the guard.
and the guard. Did you access the premise? All the apartment Y32?
So at first, what did you get inside your house?
Yes. Did you enter inside?
No. I picked from the door. I didn't enter.
You didn't enter.
From the door. No.
But you had informed the court that you peeped and then opened. Who opened the apartment?
No, I asked the guard to open, but we think nobody entered. So you can open and keep as well.
Okay.
It was just a keep.
That is where we are.
Yes, it was a keep.
By the time of opening the apartment, were the police in your company?
No, immediately when we noticed somebody lying down
Okay.
on the floor, we rushed.
That is all.
Okay.
So you, before the police arrived, confirmed that in the company of the other 3 or 4, you opened the apartment.
Sorry, I can't hear properly.
I'm trying to reframe it in the other way around, that before the police arrived, confirmed the court that through your instruction, the guard opened the apartment. Is that true? Is that what you have told the court?
Yeah, open the door. But the door was not fully opened. It was just that you can open and then see. You know the applic, just to confirm. Applic.
Okay.
Actually, went to the police station to report. It was just applic.
So, when the accused person first, when you met him at the apartment or at the door, what was he carrying, or what was he in possession of? Was he having a bag or anything in his hands? What was the accused person carrying?
I can't remember him carrying anything. I can't remember him carrying anything at all.
You can't remember him carrying anything at all.
Yeah.
And was there anybody in his company?
He was alone.
He was alone.
Yes.
So, from the foregoing, we can conclude that you are not able to tell the court what happened in the premise.
This specific, what happened in the premise, the many things happened, a client came, she cleaned the house. So what is the question?
My lord, Florence. Are you getting me, Florence?
Yes.
I want to ask you that from the evidence you have adduced before court, you don't have anything to show that you witnessed the crime being committed in the house.
I have explained all that I knew.
Answer the question. Did you
Yes.
witness anything happening in the house?
I don't get your question.
Other than seeing the accused person entering that premise, did you see anything else
Yes.
relating to this case now in court?
Okay, I didn't say anything else because you see, after that I went back
Okay.
and I was told something else left for my apartment, bleeding, and wrapped with towel.
Thank you.
That's the next information I got.
Thank you. Thank you. Thank you very much.
Yes.
Wait
Yes.
for my other colleague. We'll have a few minutes.
Florence,
Yes.
how are you?
Fine, thank you.
I heard you mentioning a cape. Is that correct?
Yes, I noticed there's a tape. I noticed that.
You noticed there was a cape at the apartment when you peeped.
No. The person who entered is the one who had a cape.
Had a cape.
Yes.
Okay. And you have said that you cannot remember the color.
The what?
You cannot remember the color, how it looked.
No. But I know there's a cape. I can't remember.
You can't remember. My Lord, I may request, we have a cape here, Exhibit 15. Kindly, can you?
Where is
And
it? Where's the cap?
The witness petition. Holding. Can you see it? Do you remember anything now?
I can't remember. Honestly, I can't remember how the cape was.
You can't remember.
I I can't remember. It's just like when you're wearing a tie.
It's okay, Florence.
Color was it?
It's okay.
Yes.
But you just
Yes.
mentioned a cape. Now, you say you were the owner of the apartment, correct?
Yes.
Did you have the opportunity of looking at the CCTV footage?
Sorry?
Did you have the opportunity to look at the CCTV footage showing the client coming to the building?
I don't know, because at that point when I got there, it was a quick one.
No,
Florence, listen. Florence, listen.
Yes.
Did you review the CCTV footage of the premises?
I'm not talking about that time. I'm talking about whether you had an opportunity to view the CCTV footage. Did you have that opportunity?
No.
Okay, I did not get an opportunity to review the CCTV footage for the night in question.
So the cape you saw, was it on the head of the accused, or you saw the cape somewhere in the room when you peeped? Just clarify.
When you're standing in on the head.
Oh, you saw the cape on the head when he was coming in.
Yeah, I noticed that cape was wearing on the head. Just when you notice somebody on a cape, wearing a cape on the head, yes.
So you saw him physically, not in the CCTV.
Sorry?
Did you see him physically, or did you see him in the CCTV footage coming in with a cape on his head?
Physically.
Physically,
Yes, when you was checking in.
when he was checking in.
Yeah.
And it is your evidence that you never looked at the CCTV footage, even up to today.
Did you ever look at the footage?
Look at it. Sorry, no, I didn't. No.
Okay, that's it.
You didn't, and you have never looked at it. Is that your position?
Sorry?
You never looked at the CCTV footage at that time. Even today, you have never looked at that CCTV footage. The police never showed you.
No, I haven't seen it.
So they didn't show you anything that happened in your apartment at all.
No.
Okay, thank you.
Yes, Your Honor.
In your evidence, you said that you were called by Charity, by Gitao, and you went to the apartment. That is what you said?
Yes.
So you confirm that you found the door to your house locked?
Yes.
And you confirm that you gave the keys to the guard to open?
Yes. Why President Mayor?
And you also confirm that you are not able to see the person properly. You just confirm you saw a cap. He had a cap.
Yes. What? Sorry?
He had a cap.
The client?
Yes.
Yes. I noticed that he had a cape. I noticed that.
Allow no further.
To know his fate, whichever way it goes. Mr. Moshere, what do you say? Is he the only one remaining in any event?
Yes,
Okay.
My Lord, ordinarily would have opposed that application, but now we also may have the benefit of that officer coming.
Mhm.
So we give the prosecution that opportunity to call the witness.
Okay, the application is not opposed. On the 27th, I'll proceed on leave on 25th of May until sometime mid-June. So I was hoping if we could complete this. If you are going to decide to submit, you do that before I break so that I come with a ruling. If you are not submitting, I do a ruling. If I put him on his defense, we proceed, you conclude the matter so that when I proceed on leave, I would be able to do some justice to the file. So whichever way, just have that in mind. And
We'll
then,
get it, Your Honor. Sorry,
Yes.
my Lord. We can come back on the 27th,
27th,
following the excellences which the court has mentioned.
further hearing.
We have some matters probably, we can see how we can be accommodated.
Because the witness will be short.
Yes.
In the meantime, just reflect on whether you'll be submitting immediately after that. If not, tell me what to do so that I make a decision on that date. Further hearing on 27th, 2026 at 10 a.m. PO to issue summons to issue. Okay, so I've issued the summons. PO has been issued as well. So let's meet on 27th. Conclude the matter. Thank you. Thank you.